The date is July 7th, 1937, 777. This is a very lucky number for over 90% of the population, but not for the nation of China. The incident that took place on Marco Polo Bridge on this date will forever change world history. It was a quiet and uneventful summer night in China. Everything changed when a new Japanese soldier had to go to the toilet. And this is a photo from the actual site, Wanping. You can still see the damage on the walls there and the memorials laid. This is a true story, even though this is the official start of the Second Sino-Japanese War, but there were already many events taking place long before this. And just like many great wars in history, exactly how it started is still unknown to this day, just like how the British managed to escape Dunkirk in the summer of 1940. It was nothing short of a miracle, but it went something like this. The Japanese invasion of China started long ago. They established Manchukuo as their puppet state in the northeast, and I mentioned this guy in the previous video, Puyi. His English name is Henry, so he became a Japanese puppet, and he served as a puppet leader for Manchukuo for the Japanese. It's amazing how life can take a sharp turn. One moment you're Chinese royalty, a few years later you're a Japanese lapdog. So on the night of July 7th, the Japanese, they were conducting a military exercise in Fengtai. This is a district in Peking, or modern-day Beijing. So at roughly 11 p.m., one of their soldiers did not return to his post, and they thought that the Chinese had something to do with it. Maybe he was killed, or maybe he was taken hostage, that something had happened. So the Japanese forces, they crossed the Fengtai railway station into Wanping, which is a very small walled city roughly 10 miles outside of Beijing. And this is an actual photo of the Japanese soldier from the left. So he's a new recruit into the Japanese Imperial Army. His name is Shimura Kikujiro. So the Japanese went searching for him. They met the Chinese forces at Wanping. Then a huge argument broke out and all hell broke loose. And during the chaos and the confusion, someone fired the first shot. And that's how it started. The Second Sino-Japanese War. And that's the shot heard around the world. The war would last for over 8 years. But the craziest part to the story was the Japanese soldier, he was fine. He would return to his post shortly after. But at this point it was too late. All hell had already broken loose. He had a really upset stomachache / possibly diarrhea. And he said the pain was too much, he couldn't take it anymore. So he had to leave his post to take a really long bathroom break. And that's what led to the incident. This really happened. So during this scuffle, roughly 760 soldiers were killed. Roughly 100 from China and 660 from Japan. So it was a small victory for China, but this will come at an extreme cost. Because of this small minor setback, many atrocious war crimes will be committed in the next few years in the early phases of the Sino-Japanese War. When the dust finally settles, the total casualty from this war for China ranges between 15 to 20 million. The total casualties for Japan between 2.5 to 3 million. This is from all the Asia-Pacific fronts. So a Japanese soldier's long bathroom break led to upwards of 23 million deaths in the next 8 years and forever changed world history. So for my next video, I'll be going back to ancient China. I'm going to talk about the birth of the first Chinese dynasty. I have to switch back and forth between the topics because it's extremely depressing to keep talking about wars and the tortures and the sufferings and the killings. So I need to lighten up the mood a bit, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.